Beautiful night, beautiful light, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver this latest message from the Tarot in the Shadow series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on my website, located in the title of this live. Raw, real, unedited, unscripted, unfiltered, deprogrammed, sugar-free broadcast, because the only thing I'm sugar-coating around here is these nails, and you can get yours done here with me in Las Vegas. We're starting off your message with the metaphysical cannabis oracle. Yeah. I saw 7 cards and then I saw 5 cards. So I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are you doing with your life? How many cards are we doing tonight? I'm hearing, do we change our mind? No, you change your mind. So there's this whole internal conversation, and it's like, so are we doing 5 cards or 7 cards? Well, the divine mind said 7, but you could change your mind, and it's you that changes your mind. And it's like, yeah, you could change your mind and only do 5. It doesn't matter. Virginia, Norma Jean, Trahid in the house. Let's see, what do we have? What's the message for Tarot in the Shadows? What is the message? The Wizard. It says balance. Let me look at that a little more. Using the joint to light up the fireworks. It's about to be 4th of July in the United States. Independence Day fireworks. I've been seeing them lately. You're lighting it up. It's about to light this bitch up. Okay, we're lighting it up. You already lit it up. I heard you already lit it up. It's been lit. Okay, it's been lit. Okay. Because you lit it up, so then what? So then we have the glamour energy with glam. And then Yewa is here with guidance. So you got guidance from some energy that was showing up. Glam energy. Everything got real nice to you. Everything got real nice to you. You lit up your magic. In other words, it's like you found your joystick, your magic wand. You lit it up. Okay. You lit up something that was explosive. You started it. You did it. And then everybody stopped to watch. This is everybody sitting around watching. But look at, like, there's a desire. The response was you created desire. Okay. Let me see. I want to see more. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said, I want to see more. That's what she said. All right. So what else? What's the message? I'm now seeing 5 cards. So let's see. What's the message? Because at the end of the day, we could do it anyway. Okay. Carousel, autonomy, moving independently. Chariot energy, balance, autonomy. Simultaneously autonomous, yet connected to all that is. Where did I overhear it was said that, that's what they forgot to do, was they overlooked the oneness in it all. Ones that were up to no good, in the past forgot to include the oneness of it all. That what they were doing to others would the energy of it would have to return to them eventually. They didn't think about that. They didn't think that far ahead. Okay. But you're aware of that. You bear that in mind. So you're going to see, whoa, the thrive-briety tolerance. He has a feather in his hand. And this looks like one of them big bubble makers, like the big circle kind you could buy and put on the floor, make big giant bubbles for the kids. Instead of the little tiny circle, you blow little tiny bubbles come out. A big one. But it's got blue smoke on it. Blue smoke. What's with the blue smoke? There's something about blue smoke. Tolerance. Interesting. Somebody wasn't aware. Somebody wasn't aware when they were creating from a dark way. You came in and you blew up that party. You know the effect you have on others, and you probably were just having fun when you did this. Yeah, you were just having fun when you blew it up. You didn't even know what you were actually doing at the time you did. You were just following your gut. You were just following your intuition. You were just following your inner voice. You were just following some craving. Tradition. Aduro Sintin. Okay, yeah. Aduro Sintin. Tradition. Aluro Sintin. That's funny. Okay. So what I hear, aluro, like hard sin, double sin. Okay. Tradition. It's in the tradition, creating a tradition. What? You're acting independently from others. You're just creating a different tradition. You could come up against tradition too in this. I'm interested to see what else is coming up. I see somebody's lit a power to some stuff and blew up the old way of doing things. Okay, so if you sit with me long enough, eventually it all comes to a easy to tell experience. But while I'm looking at each card and it's like this looks like that reptilian shit. That's what that looks like. That's what just reminded me of this long tongue she got coming out of her mouth. And then it also looks like a long white curly beard of an ancestor at the same time. You attracted some energy here. You broke up a status quo. You broke up the way things were going. You broke something up. You changed the way the game goes. You changed things in the workflow or at the home flow. The whatever was happening, you changed it. You're making a new one now. You're making a new one now. When you do it, people have a lot of feelings about that. People have a lot of feelings about when you're like, okay, look, this is going a new direction. This is where we're taking it. And you're doing it on your own, and everybody else is just sitting and they're responding. They're having emotional responses to it. That could be good or bad. They could be loving. They're either loving it or hating it. That's easy. It's going this way or the other, right? Either way, what's happening, what they're observing is creating a new tradition and a new way of the fact that it's the tongue. The one thing that it is really giving me is what rolls off the tongue, because that fucking tongue looked like it rolled out of her mouth. What did she eat? What did she eat? Did she eat something whole? Okay. Why am I seeing that? A new tradition that replaces the old tradition. Out of you comes something new. The flower of life in the left palm. And all these individuals, these figures that rest on her, there's tradition here. So that tradition is talking about making a new path. You're not the only one. You could be like, you're the groundbreaker one. Somebody's trying to put some smoke between what you're doing so that others can't see it. But at the end of the day, like, that's not going to work. They try to put some distance. Somebody's trying to put some smoke screen up, put some distance, disappear. Somebody's trying to hide something that's not going to be hidden for long. It's going to roll right off the tongue, I heard. The freaking tongue roll. Let me see your tootsie roll. As long as her tongue is, a girl could do the tootsie roll with it. I'm just saying. I should maybe read the book about her because she is interesting and she might have consumed something. The bottom of the deck is Sabta. Sabta. Okay. They have some really interesting names in this deck that are different from any other deck that I have. I want to know more about Adorosintin and the tradition. Just the fact that the word tradition is there, it gives me Hierophant energy as well. Definitely seeing that. I don't know. How's your day? Let me see. Adorosintin. Page 30. Empress and the Fool. Empowered to create a new energy. Empowered to create life, a portal of life energy, infinite potential. Okay, what? Although many roads lead to the same place, the throne, they are all unique and powerful. Traditions keep our legacy alive, and through our students, we pass down the gifts of song, recipes, even this deck. Adorosintin comes to you when you are asked to recognize the importance of the connection we have with every heartbeat of each person on the planet. In the crown sits a cannabis leaf with a rose quartz nest resting over a large owl feather. The rose quartz has a spiral etched into the crystal, which serves to remind you of the continuity of cosmic forces. The cannabis leaf heralds the energy of the heart space and expands the mind's programming to go deeper into learning. Adorosintin seeks authenticity and integrity in order to fully live this human experience. When this card appears, ask yourself, where do my truths lie? Can I make meditation a daily self-care ritual? Do I see value in cultural traditions? Am I ready to experience the benefits of being disciplined? And what traditions are of value to you? Because this is like you're coming into this energy where you're creating a new tradition, was what I had already heard. You're creating a new tradition. And I feel like, tolerance, you'll find tolerance, but they won't exactly feel everything. You could be stirring a lot of people's emotions too. And not to say that everybody's going to be just be tolerating. No, not at all. Some of them are really going to vibe with it, but they'll be the ones that just tolerate. Either way, in all of these, you're going to be making people get in touch with how they feel about something. That's like I just watched this TikTok talking about rich people with too much money and time to play, so they go after things that are ancient, and then they disappear, and now everybody's obsessed with looking for them instead of all the missing children of the world. Something like that, she said. I was like, okay, speak on it. Tell them. There's a smoke screen. But the telling will be told, and it's like information is gold, and there's too much information available now for the one that wants it. You set off some magic. You set off a chain of events back here when you lit that up, and it's explosive. It's going off. It's gotten attention from others already, what you did. You did something that was groundbreaking, that was different. You did it in a different way within a relationship. Maybe you changed your mode of operation within the relationship, or at your job, or in this group, or in this family dynamic. You change your mode of operation. It's got folks looking at you real nice, like they're trying to butter you up. They want to be on your sweet side. Hey, look at me over here. Mm. And yet, and still, at the same time, you're here now in autonomy. This is where you're at right now. Yeah. You're moving forward. You have, I want to say this is Jupiter on the chest. I did not read the book. I do not know, but I say it's Jupiter on your chest. Jupiter is on your chest. Okay. If you have Jupiter, the word, a tattoo, an image, or a shirt on your chest, 50,000 points. Okay. Yeah, she got a snake belt, a golden snake belt around her, meaning like she's done a lot of change. She goes for changes. She ain't afraid. She ain't sitting back to wait. She's gonna go for it. She's gonna go somewhere. She's got a large level of awareness with all the everything that's behind her. She is part of the whole, even though she's on her own. What she does causes a ripple effect in experience. And this is where you're at. What you do causes a ripple effect in your experience. And it grows from there. The sun. Yeah, when you have... Did I tell you were busting some stuff open? You saw something clearly. You brought your magic to it. You brought your power on it. And it just blossomed with that attention, with that focus. It blossomed. Yeah. It blossomed with that sun energy. Somebody had a new person come into their life that was a Leo zodiac sign with the sun representing Leo energy for someone. Or you are the Leo. What? The 8 of Wands. Yeah, you started getting a lot of attention. Yeah. You started giving a lot of attention. Some of you simply, this wizard energy and the sun is simply when you took and you did your affirmations. You did your little ceremony. You did the meditation and you felt the feeling of it and saw and watched it play out in your memory of what had not yet happened, but did, because your mind saw it. Your mind doesn't know the difference between this really happens or this really doesn't happen. It sees what you're looking at. That's why the come here and don't come here doesn't really do so well. It's what you focus on that grows. And in this was growing. What you focused on was, is that what it was? The sun card was what you focused on was, shining your light bright and it being received, being observed. And so, yeah, now you're seeing that, yes, I focus my light and it is observed. I focus my light and it is observed. I heard I've gotten to learn to receive now. Okay. I've gotten to receiving. I'm in a receptive mode. Okay. So this is you being in a receptive mode. You focus with that intention, baby. You did. What's the autonomy? The Ace of Wands. You're in your power. Again, that wizard card was already looking like a whole Ace of Wands over there. The way that joint is on there. But here's the Ace of Wands. It's an octopus. I love octopus. Octopus is a smart creature. It learns quickly and it can escape. It's an escape artist. An escape artist. You can't keep me here if I don't want to be here. This is you. You're in your power. You can go anywhere you want to go. You can go anywhere you want to go. But wherever you swim, you make waves, baby. Wherever you swim, you make waves, and you know that. But you're going to swim in the direction you're going to go, so hey, that's what it feels. That's what I see. But let's find out tolerance. Why is the tolerance card here? Why is the tolerance card here? You set fire to something. And now you're really in your power. Like you could have just had the idea because, yeah, You could have just had the idea, and now you're like taking the action, taking the first step. You take the first step, then you meet Queen of Swords with tolerance. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, feminine energy, and tolerance. This Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius energy, as a personality, she's somebody who could be been very hurt. She could also be somebody who's very, very intelligent and who learned from the hurt. It depends on all if she learned from the hurt or not, if she's going to show up as a queen or as that bee. She might just show up as that bitch. I'm just saying. But what it looks like here is somebody is observing and learning, watching you in this, waiting to see what you're going to do. Somebody could even be defensive coming up in your experience. They could get defensive. They could really not like and be very, very forceful with their trying to push their idea onto you. That's how she's standing there with her hand on her hip and her sword in front of her. Like, yo, what's up? So I heard this, that, and the other. And, I ain't putting up with that no more. What? What are you talking about? I don't even know who you're talking about, what you're talking about. I don't even know what. Who are you? Who are you? You're like, who are you? Who are you? Tradition. You've done this before. You've come against. I literally just heard you've come up against bigger bullies before. So somebody thinks they could bully you here. You made a wish. You started some shit. You started taking action to make that happen. Somebody thinks they could bully you. Somebody thinks they're going to get in the way. Somebody thinks they're going to bully you literally, physically, or energetically in some type of way. That death card. Why? Because you're done. Because you're done. It doesn't matter. It's over. Because you done changed. You've changed. This is also some people, maybe you didn't never say, oh, I'm done with you. But this is also for some, I see the energy of people that like you've changed. They don't like that you've changed. They don't like how you've changed. Well, we're making new traditions around here. And I'm going to roll. It's going to roll right off the tongue to say no. It's going to roll right off the tongue to say whatever. Somebody's losing their patience with your new personality, I heard. Yeah, I heard somebody's losing their patience with your new personality, with the way you are now. It's like, they're getting, I heard a little unnerved and a little perturbed. A little unnerved and a little perturbed. I thought that the Kawaii Tarot cards would go great with this deck, and I see. Let's go back. Yeah. You started getting attraction. You started getting attraction from someone. But they're a little perturbed because you're still acting so independently. So when you're in your power, somebody here, you're in your power. This happens. This totally happens in life. Check this out. This is what it is. I got you. You're in your power. You make some shit happen. You got your light turned on. Everybody's looking at you. You walk up in the club and everybody hands go up. Yeah. And they say there, you're like getting attention everywhere because you're walking around in your power, making stuff happen, setting off chains of event energy. And then you get all this attention, and somebody in particular is so attracted to you, they bust a move your direction. And you're still acting independently and autonomously. And the experience, the way I'm seeing it right now, like somebody was banking on you getting an attachment. They wanted you to attach yourself to them in some form or fashion. Well, I don't see that happening here. I don't see that you've done that. I'm not seeing that energy here in this. And it's like, it's irritating somebody. I see it's going to irritate somebody. I said, just give him some time. And you'll see. Okay, Yosemite Sam, go sit your butt down. Whoever's Yosemite Sam, go sit your butt down. Just give him some time and you'll see. They're going to show up and show out. They're going to say something and you're going to say something back. What? Okay. I don't know yet. We're going to find out. Three of Pentacles on one side. And the other side, the Four of Pentacles. Well, let's work together. Well, let's live together. I'm on the level up game. That's what you were. You were on the level up game. You said you said let's work together. They said let's live together. What? You said let's work together. They said let's live together. Okay. What is that? That's what you wanted at the time. I heard that's what you wanted at the time. You attract the energy. Let's see what you showing me. The Death card. Once you had it, you didn't want it no more. This changed your life. Oh, they showed up. They showed up. This changed your life. This is a life-changing attention right here. They showed up. Oh, yeah, I want that. Okay, I want you. Yeah, they were interested. You were over it. Okay, they were interested. You were over it. This is what happened. Now you're moving on your own. You're doing your own damn thing. Some of you are literally moving on your own. Why? Because you're Knight of Swords. We cut out all the negativity, all the stress, all of that. And they're like, baby, come back. Don't you know I need you, girl? What? And you're like, well, see, the thing is, I'm going this way over here. I can't see you right now. Literally, I just saw the knight, like if the mask was open on this knight's, on his helmet, then yeah, I seen him like slowly close it and try to disappear. And then it's real funny because it was real comedic the way I seen it. But the armor is so loud and clunky. It's like he's trying to sneak away and pretend like he didn't see some blast from the past. So you could have put your shades. You put your shades on, talking about. And then dip out on the scene, you know? And so it's like, wait, baby, come back. You're like, oh, I gotta go. I was not ever here. You didn't even see me. Did you say it? Because I'm saying it. Tell it. Tolerance with the Queen of Swords, the Tower. And the Five of Wands. They're surprised by what you did. What you did took them by surprise with that Tower energy. And they were expecting you to do something different. They were expecting you to do something different. Judgment, final call, final answer. Justice. I heard they don't want to let you shock them like that again. They're sad because they feel like you don't. I heard, why are they sad? Because they feel like you don't care. What? What if I don't care? Like, what if it doesn't have nothing to do with me? I'm not running around here wishing no bad on nobody, because there's something about your actions being connected to everything else that unfolds. There's certain energy that you're meant to influence. It'll come around. And when you walk away from this one, this could be like their final, I heard, act of divine grace that they receive in right before the repercussions for the decisions really mount up. Repercussions for decisions. Being under extreme scrutiny. Being under extreme scrutiny. Looking at the connection between you and the other. Are you doing right to the other? Are you doing to the other as you would have the other do unto you? Are you kidding me right now? That's what you're bringing through? Yeah, because you're taking back your power from this collection you've built of ones who are looking to you to do this and to do that and to satisfy them in this way or the other way. And you already started some things, and these things are taking you to a place where they aren't necessarily invited. As you called out, you're going to see it coming back to you. Yeah. What you're doing is legendary. Yeah, and then for confirmation, I hear the things that legends are made of. Let's use this Yin Yang Oracle. Let's see what the Yin Yang Oracle has to say to add to this message. I heard Yin Yang twins. Was somebody listen to the Yin Yang twins today? Is that you? Okay. What's with this Wizard balance card in the past and the Sun? You fixed yourself. You fixed your energy. You decided to radiate it in a certain place. When you came in, you built it up. You added to it. You were working together. In the past, in a relationship situation, you told somebody, let's work together. And they said, let's live together. And yeah, that's what I got there. And then you were over it, and you were over it because they turned out to be real childish. What? Yeah, you just got annoyed to where I'm just going to sit here and be gorgeous. Feminine. Okay, feminine. Can I see one more card off the top about that feminine? Inspecting, watching, spy. You started, your intuition was going off. Look, it's her same. It's crazy. The eyes, the stare, the glare. I don't need to be having my physical eyes on you. All the spirit team's eyes are on you. Don't you know there's more to me than meets the eye? Okay, everybody started watching you though. You decided that everybody was going to start to see you, and it started building up. It was like that. Okay. Yeah, the energy came to you. It changed your life. The energy came to you. And then you were over it. You stopped doing it. Is that what happened? When you were over it, it was something you stopped doing? They weren't ready for you. They were still childish. They were immature. They were all in love with the idea of having it. But then when they got it, it was a little bit too much to handle. Why is this glamour energy here? What's with the glam card? Thank you. It says past, lack, and suffering. Past, lack, and suffering. Give me a card to go with that off the top. Healing the inner child. Healing inner child. Wow. Yeah, as you were healing your inner child, one of the things you started to see was that you were bringing in a lot of flirtation, a lot of fun, you started to see that. You started to see as you faced the pain and you healed your inner child, then you started noticing all that attention coming in. You set an intention to do overwhelmingly well in regards to what? All of a sudden. So if this was about to get noticed by people of interest in regards to business or personal life or whatever, it just started showing up. It started happening. Yeah. Autonomy, reflection, and projections. Reflection and projections. Give me a card off the top with that. Fulfillment and wish. Yeah, you know your wish fulfillment is a reflection and a projection. So you are the one who can reflect it and project it out. That's what your third eye is all about. Okay. What's with the tolerance? What's with the tolerance? Confusion, Neptune, illusions, glasses. They're seeing it from an outsider's perspective. They're not seeing it from the one who received the message. So they don't see it the same way. Decisions. They're questioning your decision, or you're now or you're presenting them with a personal decision because of your perspective that you've now shared. So now they can't help but have new awareness. What's with the tradition? Show me what's with the tradition. The tradition, rejection, loss, and fragmented coming out. With deception and temptation. The new tradition takes in awareness about how these shattered, fragmented perspectives of the self, where the wish fulfillment is outside or to some other power, is not accurate. It's not accurate. Yeah. It's like there's this enemy lying in the wait, just waiting for you to give your power away to such a thing so you can. Loss is a lie. There's no loss in the divine mind. They're just waiting for you to give that power away so they could just pounce on it and take it. But it would require that you be fragmented. What's happening is the breaking of old traditions. Whatever it was, it's not going to be no more. Some's going to roll off the tongue. Give me one more card about that. Family, home, and commitment. Family, home, and commitment. I heard that is above all else. These kids ain't going nowhere. That's what you need to understand. The bottom of the deck is present, abundant, and gratitude. Yeah, you have so much to be present for in your abundance and gratitude. You do have that. And you know that it comes to you and it's yours to use. And you do that with this Ace of Wands, with our little octopus person and our autonomy, Karosar, with the projections and the wish fulfillment and the reflection. It's all a reflection to you. You're making a commitment to change what you're looking at, not to be feeling broken and violated. Now you're taking your power with the masculine energy to receive your harvest. Yes, to receive your harvest. Autumn harvest. Interesting. Give me one more. Forming structure and solid foundation. Didn't I tell you you're making new traditions? So something big is changing in your life. Your harvest season is showing up. And you got to remember, though, that everybody is getting what they're... Look, you've been living every day and you've been earning a check that you're going to get. You've been earning a payday. Your payday is showing up. So, somebody's payday looks like, oh, damn, it's here. I wish I had put in a little bit more. This is like that parable in the Bible where the master gave them all so many coins and left and told them to multiply the money that he gave them. And when he came back, they all had different amounts. Well, somebody here, they're going to get whatever they made. The boss is about to double it up in some sort of way, multiply it. Yeah. The one that didn't make nothing because they was afraid to do something with what they were given. They were too angry. I'm now seeing a very angry, pouty face out of these swords. The two swords together are the eyes, and then the one in the bottom is the mouth, a twisted up mouth. Somebody who is sharp-tongued, somebody who will cut through any blessing with some type of worry, some type of problem, or just be inappreciative of it. Use it in a way that doesn't honor where it came from or how it came. What? Interesting. Somebody here who received life, but then received these same opportunities, but they took a different route with it. They took a path of pain instead of, you both had the power. Something sparked in your life. I feel like both of you had the same thing. Somebody came in, let's work together. And they said, let's live together. And one of you took that opportunity and you thrived with it. There's a changing of energy here, a split energy. There's two different paths that are going to unfold from this. For the period, there was one path. And now you're separating, going into your own path. You're not on the same path with that one anymore. Decisions had to be made about whatever was coming up over there, because somebody could see the illusions and the BS that was going on, and they didn't like what they were seeing. Somebody did not like what they were seeing. Somebody saw the smoke screen. Somebody saw the attempts to conceal. Somebody saw the attempts to conceal, to hide. Maybe they just did something to test your character to see if you was going to get mad. Somebody was intentionally pushing buttons. I see somebody who's intentionally pushing buttons just to see if you're going to lose your top. They're surprised by your reaction. You did absolutely nothing that they expected you to do. Yeah. You're starting off some new ways for yourself. You're doing things differently. All right. I want to get from the Inner Fucking Peace deck. Let's see what we have. Well, I heard, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? I don't know why, but that's what I heard. So let's see. I mean, I know why, because I'm for somebody to benefit to hear about it. How to get to Sesame Street. Well, Sesame Street. Basic learning. This is basic learning. Some of y'all need some basic learning, like your P's and Q's, please and thank yous. What? Some of us need some basic learning, some please and thank yous. Yes, practice your yes, please, and thank yous. Practice your yes, please, and thank yous. Somebody didn't have their yes, please, and thank yous down. Somebody only learned how to receive, but without gratitude and without reciprocation. What? What's the message? Okay, these ones. Thank you. One word, meditate. Tame the shit show by finding calm in the chaos. Tame the shit show by finding calm in the chaos. And you did. And you made some magic happen. And stuff started responding to you. What else? It attracts your tribe. Decide your vibe. Was that your vibe? Something was, and something was definitely not. Because it's sending out a signal to the universe and all of life, that whole all is one, one is all energy responds to it. Like attracts like. It's a universal law. Guess I'll just chill. All blissed out and nowhere to go. All blissed out and nowhere to go. Why? Because I have everything I want. This is my new tradition. Somebody is deciding, I'm just going to stay home. All your friends going to be disappointed because you're going to be saying no left and right because you ain't going nowhere. You're like, I'm not going nowhere. I just want to stay home. I want to be home. I mean, if you want to come hang out here for a little bit, you can, but I want to be home. And I'm not really trying to kick it all night either. And right here on this side, it says, oh, and fuzzy slippers. Oh, and fuzzy slippers. The bottom says, to become more fluid and wine. To become more fluid and wine. If you're going to be whining, I like the wine they're talking about. It's missing the H. It's missing the hell in it. Yes, it's just wine. I love it. To become more fluid and wine. Oh, and fuzzy slippers. Yeah. All blissed out and nowhere to go. And I just said, I feel like staying home. You don't feel like staying home. You can tell somebody no. You're taking action to protect your energy. You maybe you didn't know if you wanted to go. You have an idea that somebody is just, maybe you feel like somebody's just trying to find out what's going on. They're trying to dig into your information, get all up in your business. And you're already like, there's something about that. I don't know. I think I'm just going to not. Let's just not. Okay. Let's just not. Not doing it. Yeah, I mean, you had some fun in the past, but something happened and that fun ended. Yeah. You had some fun in the past. I mean, y'all could have went out, had a good time, or you could have worked on a project together, or you could have built something together, or you could have took a vacation together, or a trip together, or even just gone shopping together or something like that. Whatever it was, like that stopped being fun. That stopped being fun. Don't want to do that no more. I'm good. And then you're like, you know what? From now on, I'm never taking that person to the bar again. That fool acted up. I will not drink with that person. I know that the way they drink is a lot different than how I drink. I don't get like that. I stay pretty cool when I drink. I'm not really into that stuff that they're into over there. So I don't want to hang out with that crew. I'm good on that. You decided it wasn't your vibe. Somebody here, they're shocked because you gave them an answer they didn't expect. They feel like something's up. They're like, well, what's up, bro? How come you're not doing what you usually do? You always come kick it here. What's the problem now? You too good for us now? And it's almost like you might take some time to try to explain yourself. I'm picking up on both energies. Somebody's gonna make explanations for themselves, and somebody else is not. If it's me, I'll tell you right now, I will flat out just say no and not explain nothing because I don't owe anybody any explanations. No is an answer, whole and complete in and of itself. You may not like it, but you might hear it one day. I'm just saying. Yeah. And don't get butthurt when you do. I mean, if you want to, go for it. I wouldn't recommend it, right? So somebody here, you've changed up the way you do things. Started acting more independently, not really trying to hang out with them. Hey, we missed them. Why ain't they came over? Why ain't the tribe came over? Tribe is over there doing tribe things. Tribe isn't doing those things. Tribe is doing something else. Tribe is doing their vibe right now on their own, independent. Right now, a lot of tribe is getting the call to be by yourself. I heard not even really with each other, but to be by yourself, in your own energy, by yourself, sprinkled across the surface of the earth like the salt, the preserving salt that allows it to be preserved. Hello. Yeah. You are the preservation of this grounding of the age of Aquarius. Hello. We've told you this before. We're telling it to you again. Random people are starting to see the vibration of it, sense the vibration of it, have different conversations than they ever have before. It's bringing down a lot of their illusions about the ways that they've seen the world. I see a major event coming, a major event, and it could be something that happens in the sky. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing here. It could be something that happens in the sky. I see a major event happening, something that happens. Oh, is that what they're trying to distract from with rich men in their little fish can, fish bait can? They're fish bait now. That's what I heard. I don't know. Is that true? That's messed up. Well, it is what it is. There's a lot more important stuff if you really want to worry about some shit, if you're a worrier. Of course, on this channel, we'll worry about how we're going to get all these readings done when everybody start coming into their awakening. Because they all coming into their awakening. They start finding out that the tarot is not some hocus pocus, that the tarot is the energy of the universe communicating about life experiences. They're going to look at it all a little bit differently. They're going to look at you a little bit differently. But right now, they're still not understanding everything. They still have some illusions in front of their eyes. So there's an experience coming out of that. They could just be tolerating your presence and you going to sense that shit and be out. I heard I could have just stayed home for all this shit. I could have just stayed home and skipped all this shit because this shit ain't at my house. I mean, unless we dropping a deuce in the toilet, it's not at my house. Hello, that's the only place you're gonna find shit in my house. And I don't want to find shit. I better not find your shit in my house. You better flush that shit on your own. You better flush. So there's a message there. If you got it, it was for you. If you didn't get it, I don't know what to tell you because if you don't get it, I can't give it to you. I'm just here creating the awareness. You're going to hear as much as your spirit allows you to hear. What I do see is you're going to fit to be all blissed out and nowhere to go. All blissed out and nowhere to go. because you're creating a new structure, a new foundation of peace. This is like giving me a rebuilding energy. Once you received your settlement, and this could be a spiritual settlement that turns into a physical asset. I'm just saying, that's what I heard. For some, this is a spiritual settlement that is delivered in the form of a physical asset. When you receive your settlement, I see you here sitting here with your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, whatever it is, your little macaroons, enjoying. And I heard you can't go rescue the one that's having the stress of the weight of their decisions showing up in their life. If you want to maintain what you got. Because the only one that could break this boundary, they're showing me like Supernatural and all of the shows with the witches and stuff, how you put the circle of salt and they can't break it, but you can. Only you can break the protective circle that's around you by going there. So, yeah, you gonna hear from them, and when you do, you're gonna be all blissed out. You're like, no, I'm not going nowhere. You can be like, how this fool get through? I heard how this fool get through. Where's my fuzzy slippers? Do you live somewhere different now? And they don't know? They don't know that yet? That you live somewhere different? I see that. What is that? All I know is you decide in your vibe. You're blissed out with nowhere to go. You know better than to go out and get yourself involved in these situations, whether that's like not wanting to go out with this group of friends or not want to hang out with that person when you hang out with a certain person, or when you do a certain thing. Maybe it's what you do, this certain thing that you do that you're just like, I can't. Somebody here don't like the smoke. They barely tolerate the smoke. Well, that's on them. You ain't making nobody nothing. They don't have to be there. If you the smoker. If you are not the smoker, you don't have to be there. You don't have to be in that. If it's something you don't like, you don't have to tolerate that. You don't have to tolerate. You don't. Somebody says, well, yeah, I do. You might not like the other choices you have, but trust and believe you always have other choices. And even if you don't have a choice that you like right now, you could create a choice that you like. You can find a better choice. Somebody is really stuck on the choices thing. Choices and their consequences. I'm hearing a whole segment, a whole series of choices and their consequences. But is this in your life? Yeah, you're in a situation where you're about to receive benefits for choices that you've made in a way that aligned you with spiritual compensation that shows up in your physical human experience in a tangible way. And you're going to, this is about you feeling contentment. Yeah. To be able to get here, one of the important things you had to do was sit in the middle of chaos and learn how to keep your calm. This was essential. Because what it was you were learning how to remove the triggers that everybody else was pushing on your buttons to set you off. It was easier to set you off before. In other words, it was easy to get you to flash and flip out and lose your cool and come out of character and start to act belligerent and hood and ratchet. You saw somebody's showing their hood and ratchet recently. They showed you something about themselves that told you everything you needed to know. Somebody here is confused about this experience with you because they have some false ideas about what it is. They think it's one thing, but they have not fully discerned what it is yet. And it has to do with their decisions and the consequences. All those decisions you make every day for yourself, you think you're alone, they all have consequences that ripple out further than you think. You're going to be seeing so many reasons to be grateful for the way you've made your choices and decisions. You set yourself a new foundation. You've been committed to it. You're coming into a harvest and you're all blissed out with nowhere to go. That's the energy you're creating now. So if you find yourself in your space, all blissed out with nowhere to go, remember this reading is bringing in a payday, literally. And enjoy the lavishness of it. This is like knowing that the check is in the mail. How will you enjoy this moment of nothing to do but just be blissed out? Because you are in the state of bliss when this is happening. The universe is mirroring back to you that what you call out for. And the more you keep sitting in that energy of bliss and milking that, that's coming in. So again, you set off a chain of events. You got a lot of attention for it. And you stood out as different. I heard you stood out as different. You trigger a lot of questions and things in people about the decisions that they make. And I even see like this blissed out energy. If you're really resonating with that last little thing I said there, you're creating this bliss, and it's not just you, it's growing. There are more who are knowing, and the energy is growing. It's growing beautiful. And then I hear, come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. Okay. This is what we have for Tarot in the Shadows tonight. Who are you? Where are you in the world? How did this message resonate with you? Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for commenting on it. Thank you for your love donations, choosing me for your personal consultations, and making me your favorite tarot reader. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby.